I did not like Aiden. Not at all.
Why not?
I thought he was immature about what happened in Baku. Like, he never really got over it. He was aggressive on track, and the paddock talks. He just wasn't happy at Connorsport. Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
It's already complicated. And I've told you they don't need to know.
Well, it's your call, of course. But the dishonesty makes me uncomfortable.
We'll talk about it later. Yes?
Let's make this quick.
Or maybe we could give Casper a bit of our time.
This wasn't scheduled.
What, are you too busy for us now?
Just tell them, Casper.
Andreo, please.
Can we get started?
Yeah, Aiden's got a meeting at Mercedes he needs to get to.
Enough! Enough! Okay? This is what we have to talk about. It has to stop. Understand? If we can't pull together now...
If we can't pull together, we are finished.
Wait, what does that mean?
Andreo...
It means that if we don't finish 5th or higher, Butler Global will pull funding. And I don't think we'll find an investor to replace him. Not now.
Wait, what? Casper?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, then we're finished. Andrea?
We're finished.
So yeah, Dad brought me onto the team and then immediately threatened to shut it down.
Why would he do that?
It's kind of his thing.
Well, gang, welcome back to Breaking Point. We're at chapter 12/13, and I'll tell you what happened is I started recording, but my screen wasn't actually capturing. So I did the race at one of my favorite tracks on the calendar, which is Spielberg, the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and I'm kind of a little bit disappointed because it was wet. It was like semi-wet. It was on intermediates and it went to dry. Basically, here's the rundown. Here is the down low of what happened. I'll give you a quick brief, but basically with that intro you saw, we have to now get 5th on the ladder. The drivers now know. So our objective was to get 5th place ahead of Alpine and ahead of Alfa Romeo. We were back mid-pack. We pitted early to put the intermediate wet tires on to have a gamble. We came out in about 12th. I worked my way up, got to 5th position, took 5th position off Lance Stroll with the last 2 laps to go as the track dried out. We were on intermediates. We got all the objectives done. So we ticked those off in the box. I do apologize, I didn't get any of that race footage for you. So today, what I'll do is I'll crack on with 2 races for this episode, basically. I'm going to bring you the cinematics. So what happens is we got the 5th place at that race. And then at the end, Davidoff Butler, Callie's dad, Devon's dad, came on the radio to talk to Callie. And he said, "Well done, you proved me wrong." And she didn't respond. Let's go and check out that cinematic now to see how that race ended out, because it was quite like, it's good, it's juicy, this whole thing's getting juicy. But apologies for not getting the race. We did get the results we needed though, however. Bit of a bugger. Let's crack on.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you wrong?
I was just trying to congratulate you, that's all.
Prove you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie?
You are a piece of work.
But it was. It was a great race.
You said you'd keep him away from me.
I'll talk to him.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if Aiden Aiden's had a lot of trouble with the Butler family and the Butler name since he came into F1. Devin Butler has made his life hell all the way through his career. So I think the fact that Callie and Aiden have gotten off on the wrong foot to start with is more to do with how he's been treated by Devin in the past. And I think he's a bit like Davidoff's pretty, yeah, he's dodgy. He's got ultimatums going left, right, and center. You can tell that with the bloke. He's always trying to cover his own tracks, and yeah. Anyway, let's so they're the cinematics I can catch you up on. I can catch you up on the call history here as well. We had a call with Casper then as we got back. Hey, I've put messages in place to clamp down on access to team radio because Davidoff just came over the radio. Basically, just did it himself. Turns out your father talked Mark into it. Can I not scroll this? Oh yeah, I can. I was like, can I not scroll this? Thanks, I guess. Turns out your father talked Mark into it. Yeah, Mark can be a bit of a pushover, but you'll need to learn to tolerate Davidoff. What haven't happened to, I'll do everything in my power to keep him away. Running the team means taking compromises, but this was your call, right? You decided to do this. I have a lot of people I'm trying to keep happy, and some are more important than others, it seems. I'm really trying here, Callie. I've got to go. Let's talk later, okay? And then Mumsy called. Mum's the word. Mumsy said, Mum, Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong. What is he? He's got a nerve. He really gets to me, Mum. Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. And she said I did speak to him, and she said that he didn't mean anything by it. Said I did well today. Unbelievable, said Mum. Unbelievable. What else would you expect? An apology? I just don't know what to do. You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff. Thanks, Mum. If only it were that simple. A fair point. I don't envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be. Bye, Mum. End of call. Right. Okay, so that's that was where that one was at. So now we're all sort of caught up. I haven't seen any of the news, but we got here the opportunity to sit down with the team chief financier, Davidoff, who assures us he takes a backseat when running the team. We press him on this. Hasn't he had any say in the direction the team takes? Not even deciding of his own daughter. Actually, that was Ackerman's idea, Davidoff says, believe it or not. He was the one trying to convince me. No, I know my place. So that is actually good of him to say that. That is actually good because maybe it'll take a little bit of pressure off Callie as well when it comes to that question that she's been facing. Social media ways, Connor Sports were the team today who timed their tyre strategy to absolute perfection, who saw that coming. So that was in terms of we pitted early and I got out and I was able to get that 5th position. It's got to be hard to block out the noise surrounding the team. For Maya to finish 5th is a marvelous result, and her and Connor Sport. Right. Ackerman is doing a phenomenal job at keeping his drivers focused. Yep, he is. We're not really going to lose Connor Sport, surely. They're doing pretty well this season, all things considered. So they are, okay? Really good to see that. I haven't seen the emails yet. Hey everyone, just email to outline the new on-track radio comms clearance protocol so Davidoff can't get his hands on it. Right. Press and socials are currently speculating over the team's financial situation. As ever, we asked you all to be careful and where you discuss the team's related business. Okay, cool. Tires, congrats to everyone on the tire strat. We were the best team out there today in terms of our decision making and our timing. And team, quick reminder about the press call today after the race. It's a big feature piece they're running in the spotlight, which will help to further raise the team's profile and continue our quest to build a positive brand identity. Casper decided the piece would involve the entire core team, so it's all hands on deck. All hands on deck, Ranger. Management and drivers. Right, okay, very cool. Good to see. That was the Austrian Grand Prix, the British one we did first. So I do apologize once again, I didn't get any of that footage. It was basically, I did 8 laps. The last 8 laps, which were mostly wet. Not too exciting anyway. We caught up, did some overtakes. Yuki Tsunoda almost put us off. I got loose out of one corner, almost lost the car, but kept it going and managed to get where we were. We were on good pace. Okay, let's go to the next chapter. The Italian Grand Prix. As the grid heads to Monza, fractures within the team continue to plague Connor Sport. Oh, great.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
We're getting reports of a bit of confrontation down in the garage, which we thought you should know about. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she called them out on it. The mechanic called her privileged and out of touch. She said she won't make it in F1. Said she won't make it in F1 because she doesn't understand how punishing it can be. Wow, that's pretty rough. Discipline. This doesn't happen under my watch. We're a team and we need to act like one. Arrange a meeting with the mechanic. I want to give them an official warning. 100%. We do not do that. The Connor Sports feature article is out, and while favourable to the team overall, the journalist did pick up on the unavoidable and obvious tension between Callie and Davidoff. Questions in the press and on the social media are beginning to circulate that there's an irreparable father-daughter rift. Ooh. Okay, more news. Trackside chats. Jackson on the move. Ooh, I don't know about that, is it? Here we go.
Hey,
Guess who's on his way in?
what, Davidoff?
He just called the office. Arrange him a lunch, he says. He treats the office staff like his personal assistants.
He shouldn't be a drain on our resources. Look, I'll talk to him.
Can you let the garage staff know he'll be wandering around down there, and make sure we have the usual room set up for him?
Yeah, no problem.
Roll out the red carpet. Davidoff's in town. Last I heard he was joining us in Singapore, but today he just shows up.
Don't let him get to you like this. We'll handle him.
Remind me why I went into business with him?
At least you have an F1 team.
For now.
Look, he wants us to succeed.
Doesn't always feel like it, Cass. I'll see you in the meeting.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that thought I'd go. Oh my gosh. Callie.
Callie.
People are saying Dad's heading in.
He is, yeah.
I thought he wasn't around this weekend.
Well, so did we. Listen, I heard what happened in the garage.
Oh, yeah. Look, please don't worry about that. It got a bit heated, but it's fine.
I can't have that behavior on the team. I'm giving the guy a warning.
Oh, is that necessary?
But it's not okay to talk about your own drivers like that.
Right. Well, you're the boss.
Yeah. See you in the meeting.
See you there.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was just, oh, I don't think she'll be that quick. It was, you're privileged. Like, and we know she's not. She's had to do everything the hard way and earn her place, right? So she's definitely earned her place to be here, and I'm not going to tolerate that. But like Connor Sports Edition, Family Feud, right, we're not going to worry about that yet. If you wanna read that, you can pause it and have a read yourself, and I'll probably do the same again later. But we're almost 15 minutes and we haven't done any chat. Right. Ooh, okay. Yep, you can read some of these as well if you want to. Alright, there you go. You can have a look at those. Cool. And the emails. We've had a chat. We've had a word with David Orff. It'll be around this weekend due to the last minute change of plans. He's requesting an update on the car. So expect him to be around the garage. Oh, that would be annoying having him hover around the garage. An update on the situation in the garage. There's a lot of opinions flying around on Callie and Aiden. Lots of bickering. Some saying Aiden's not delivering. Some saying that's because Callie's the clear priority. The atmosphere isn't great. I've had a word with one or two of the team and told them to watch their tone at work. I've said it's fine for them to have those opinions privately, but professionally, they are members of a team. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's going to talk when you got friction like this. Always, people are going to start talking. Oh, it's a bit of a disaster for us. They picked up on the issue between Callie and Davidoff. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Right, let's go to the Italian Grand Prix. Maybe not. Yes, maybe let's do this first. Oh my god. Andrea was concerned by a reporter when heading out of the team hotel earlier this morning, asking if he regretted getting into Formula One. We know Andrea to be a passionate man. This, coupled with the already tense situation, may have made his response come across a little fiery. This might require some damage control. How would you like to handle it? support. We wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for Andrea's commitment and passion. He exemplifies what we stand for as a team. Put out a statement to that effect. Apologize, Andrea's passion. No, we don't want to apologize. Andrea can handle this one himself. He knows how to deal with the press, and this is still his team. I'm going to do that. It's really Andrea's. Well, I do want to support him though. I'm going to support him. Bugger it. Okay, I know we had the...
Everything else looks fine. It's just about that rear wing.
I don't want to sacrifice any more downforce.
It's okay, it's your call. Now, let's check the weather again in an hour.
Oi, oi!
Oh my gosh.
You missed me. Hello, sis.
Hi, bro.
Jackson.
Devon.
How are you, Devon?
I am excited. Very excited to be involved again. Now, you pretend I'm not here. You carry on, please.
Involved? How?
Oh, Orky Momo.
Just a little bit of this, a little bit of...
Involved? How?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Huh. And what does Andrea say to that?
He'll agree, Casper. It's fine.
Pleased to see you.
People are always pleased to see you.
And what was your new role?
I guess you might call me a liaison. Yeah, I love to liaise. Dad wanted me to talk to people, keep people's spirits up, give some friendly words of advice, that kind of thing. But it was tough. Yeah, Aiden still had that ego. Still thought he was too good for the team. Wouldn't listen to Casper's advice. That was a problem.
Oh my, coming
And
from him.
Andrea, he was worried about the future of the team. He had Dad breathing down his neck. And Callie, well, let's just say Callie wasn't really looking for my advice. The whole thing was a mess.
She's a better driver than he is.
I mean, honestly, I'd only been gone 5 minutes.
He basically called out everyone else's problems that he would have actually done himself. With the brothers' return certain to ruffle a few feathers at the already shaky Connor Sports, Callie focuses on the race and the continuing battle with her teammate Aiden Jackson.
The two Connor Sport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
Oh no.
For me, they're a little bit too close for comfort.
Oh dear.
Who's Aiden playing at? Tell him to back off. Okay, Callie, he knows. Clearly he doesn't know.
Yeah, same old stuff. Jackson really wants to make a move out there, but Maya, no chance. Not letting him past.
I mean, if he's quicker, she probably should just let him past.
He's going for it. It's really close. It's too close. There goes Maya's
Oh no.
Oh, Aiden Jackson, what happened there? This now seems like a running theme at Connor Sports.
Yes, this race is critical for them. When are they going to just pull themselves together?
Okay, box please, Callie. Let's get that wing replaced. This is a joke. This lap, please.
This is the dejection in her voice.
Copy.
Oh jeez, you wouldn't be taking the corner that fast without a front wing. Oh, here we go. Hit and replace the front wing. Oh, crikeys. Oh, it hasn't given me the go button yet. Alright, this is gonna be... What do we got? 7 laps of 13. Ah, not good. Of course, we've got no front arrows, so that was bad on my part. Right, here we go. Right, let's get this front wing on, guy. Oh, we're gonna lose. We were in 6th and 7th. We're gonna lose out so much. Look, I don't think Callie should have probably given the position to Aiden on the main straight. She kind of balked him when he had the clear speed run on her and the DRS. Like, I've done this race a few times.
Right,
that just wouldn't be a thing.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
All right, we've dropped back a fair bit. Here we go. We've got softs though. So we have got fresh softs on. Let's see if we can get back to the points. What do we got? Finishing the points. crikey's, get this thing pulled up on cold rubber out of the pits like that. Finish ahead of Aiden? I don't know about that, mate. Let's see, a pit stop is what? About 18 seconds plus the tire, plus the wing change. Plus the wing change is about another 7.5 seconds, wasn't it? So you're looking at about 22 to 25 second pit stop of time we already dropped off, and we'd already dropped back another 3-ish seconds. So 28, I'm going to go 28 to 30 seconds we're behind Aiden. That's just a rough guesstimate. Right, let's use the overtake now on these straights. Let's start burning and churning some of this. We've got to use it aggressively today. Now, I was earlier I was talking when I forgot to record the actual screen, which was my bad, so I apologize for that. It's actually a setting I have to change, recording different screens for different certain games. Farming Sim's another one I have to change the screen for. Let's get after him. But I was saying, someone did mention last time why I don't use the overtake button all the time, and I'll go through that quickly now. The reason I don't use overtake all the time is because in career mode, and I'm used to playing in career mode, when you start off your team, your overtake, or your ERS, which is electronic recovery system, right? That's what you use. So you're recovering things like braking, under braking, heat ducts, engine braking, all adds back into the battery power that you use for recharging the battery, so you can get that overtake. And basically what that means is that in your early on team career, oh, this is gonna be, crikeys, I didn't know if that was going to end well or not, but basically in your early team career, your recovery system's not great, so you don't recover as energy quite like you do in this game mode here. See if we can punch in the quickest lap. Bang! We just did the quickest lap of the race.
2.5 seconds.
Alright, bit shaky coming out of there. It could have been a lot better. Alright, but you see my overtake is now down to 33%. So the recovery is definitely not as quick as the way you can burn it. So, in answer to the question why I don't use it all the time, because I'm so used to using it as a defensive tool when quicker cars are trying to come up on me and I'm trying to close them out in later stages of a race, I use the overtake button as a defensive measure more than I have for an attacking measure. So it's something that I could probably, in this story mode, use a little bit more. But you can see we're still down in the low 30s there. I probably picked back one too many gears down that straight. I really need to climb on the back of these guys. Now we've only got 2 laps to get this done. I don't think I can get up to them. I had to back off then. Piastri really blocking me.
Great maneuver. You made it look so easy.
Yeah, there's no way we're catching Aiden Jackson. Alright. Turn the overtake off. Let's use the DRS here. Whoa, there's a little bit taily through there. You don't want to be on the inside line taking that last part of the turn. Alright, so we're up into ninth now. We've got the finishing the points done, but finishing ahead of Aiden Jackson. It's going to be a lot more difficult. Considering I don't have him in sight, we've got 2 laps to go.
8.1 seconds.
8 seconds. I don't think we can get 8 seconds in 2 laps. Not if we had some DRS to help us down this main straight. So if you don't know the difference between DRS, D for Delta, or ERS, E for Echo. ERS is the overtake button. That's the energy recovery system that I spoke about just before. DRS is the drag reduction system, and it's back on that wing right there. It's when the flap on the wing opens and you get up to about 15 miles an hour extra speed down the straight when you get to use it. I say up to 15 because it depends on each team's different. Each wing's different because they use different wings at different races. So typically Monza here, you would use a smaller, skinnier wing than you would at other tracks that are high downforce. This is a low drag, low downforce track. I'm going to try and just steal a bit of DRS off these guys for down the main straight. And a bit of toe from Lando here. Use a bit of...
Okay, you've just started the final lap.
Here we go. There's Aiden just up there. I don't know if we can get Aiden. Although, I'll tell you what, we just made up a lot of ground getting that DRS. I think we're going to get him. We got to burn it now. We got to use everything we can. If we can climb on the back of him and get the DRS down the back straight. This is a huge drive from Callie. He kind of just let us past. Which sucks because we didn't get the DRS and we were on a flying first sector then too. Hopefully he doesn't get taken by the other cars. Or maybe that was him just letting us back through after what he did. And if so, you got to hang on there, buddy. We need the points. I'm just watching him. That was a huge drive from us just then. I can't believe we called that back. Woo!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Woo-wee, you beauty.
So Mayer managed to pull it back in the end, but if this continues, Connorsport are in real danger of sabotaging their own chances of a decent finish this season.
There is so much talent in that team, and yet they're their own worst enemy. The reason they're not making progress is each other. Ridiculous state of affairs.
And it's clear that Jackson continues to be the aggressor. Is it personal, Natalie?
Well, you know, it does seem that way from the outside looking in, but all I know is they just can't go on like this.
The drivers are en route to the podium as
we don't need to see that until we're on it. Maybe it was a turning point. Maybe I felt like Aiden let us through then. Here we go.
Now, once again, another eventful race out there today for Connorsport, Callie. Is the team sabotaging its own chance of a decent finish this season?
I'm going to go with no. We've already shown what we're capable of.
Absolutely not. We've already shown what we're capable of this season, and the car is feeling good out there. We're all focused on having as successful a season as we possibly can.
Press response down.
Talking about Devon's return to Connorsport today, so is it good to have him back around again?
I'm worried he's going to be a distraction. He's still got a lot to offer the team and the sport. He means well, but he's not the easiest person to be around. I'm going to go with never tell him this, but I don't mind having him around.
I mean, never tell him I said this, but I don't mind having him around. He's the most infuriating person I've ever met, but he knows the sport as well as anyone, and it'll be good to have his input.
Tell us, if you can, about this rumor circulating about a rift between you and your father, Davidoff.
We're both opinionated and we both want what's best. He cares about the team and he wants me to do well. I've always been honest about our relationship, but I won't let it be a distraction. That's what I'm going to be.
Didn't the whole surname thing give it away? You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure that one out. Look, he and I went our separate ways a while back, but motorsport's a pretty small world, and now here we are. But driving an F1 is a dream of mine, and I'm not complaining. I'll do whatever it takes.
Now, in the past, you've refused to acknowledge the role of your father in getting your current seat at Connorsport. Why is that?
I feel like we just did actually say exactly that. And I'm glad she addressed the different name thing, because surely people can put their heads together and figure that one out, that it's obviously not amicable and we had to earn this drive. I'm here because I can drive and I stand by that.
What I said was I'm here because I deserve to be. I'm here because I can drive. I stand by that.
Yeah, you go.
Thank you.
You go, Kelly. That was good. Oh, that makes me pumped for the next race. So Connorsport's teammates continue to shoot themselves in the foot, with Mayer and Jackson getting into another on-track tussle at the Italian Grand Prix. Fortunately, Kelly manages to turn it around and finish within the points, but it's clear to all Connorsport's problems aren't going away anytime soon. Alright, so that's the news there. You can have a read of that if you want. Check that out.
Go on then, let's have it.
That's no way to answer the phone.
Say your piece, mother dearest.
Fine, if you want to be like that. I did say you need to be careful what you tell the media about your father, didn't I? That was the perfect opportunity today to smooth it all over, but no, you only reinforced what everyone's already saying about you.
That's just how I feel.
I feel like that's fine.
You've got a stubborn streak in you. I think it comes from your father. Definitely not mine. He was always so determined, unable to admit to his mistakes.
What's your point, Mum?
My point is that nobody likes your father. Sorry. Be careful, Cal.
Yeah. Thanks, Mum.
I'll let you go, darling. Ciao.
The point is, nobody likes your father. Oh, classic. Alright, Casper, what do you got?
Casper.
Did you really have to?
Did I have to what?
The Davidoff situation. Did you really have to say that stuff?
Everyone knows, Cass. I'm not going to stand there and lie about it.
Well, okay, but I just wish you hadn't been so blunt about it. The press will feed off this for a while, and I've got Davidoff breathing down my neck about the whole thing.
I've been honest with you about this since, well, before I even signed the contract. I thought you understood.
I do understand, Kelly, and now so does everyone else.
Well, maybe you should have kept him away from me like you said you would.
Yeah, look, I've got to go. Let's talk later.
Oh, he caused a headache. Oh, no. And there's Devon returns. You can have a read of that one yourself if you'd like to as well. And there we go. Right, socials. 6th place finish for Mayer after an incident with teammate. Impressive, all things considered. Mayer claims she'd still be racing in F1 without her father's involvement. Not sure everyone would agree with that. I don't know, Ben. I think she would. Right, she's pretty good. New role, an email address used. Use this one from now on, Tar. Your new superior. Devin, your new superior. Team liaison. Oh God. Callie Aiden, what more can we say about this? You are professional F1 drivers. You do this for a living. Hundreds of people on this team dedicate every single moment of their working lives to making the best team it can possibly be. You disrespect each other, every one of the team, with your petty on-track squabbles. Yeah, look, Aiden was going for a move he probably shouldn't. He needed to give Callie more room. He shouldn't have squeezed her out like that. But also, he probably should have had the overtake done with the DRS down the main straight. Let's go to the next chapter. Oh. Oh, the Singapore Grand Prix. This is probably one of the toughest street circuits getting around on the grid. With the dysfunction clear for all to see, and with only a handful of races now left in the 23 season, Connor Sports look like a team on the ropes as they head to Singapore.
Slacking off? Hey.
Ooh. Scared the life out of me, mate.
I didn't mean to. Picking up any tips?
I don't think they like the short straights here.
You didn't mind them, did you?
I love this track. Always do well here. Well, used to.
How are you doing, Devin?
Me? Golden, mate. Loving life.
Yeah, sure.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
Yeah, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
Yeah, well, like that. But, I didn't choose this, Casper. I didn't.
I know.
But you came back, right? How's it treating you?
Ups and downs.
How's our old teammate doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's happy here.
He still thinks he belongs in that top team, see? He's never let it go. That's the problem. You know, I could have a word with him. I mean, if you think that might help.
It's all a bit delicate.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I understand.
No, Devin, I mean it.
Yeah? Scouts on him, mate.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Casper, for a minute there, Devin's opening up and it was, you know, I felt sorry for him, and then the flick of the switch happened and Devin's like, hang on a minute.
I need your input on this one.
An anonymous source has talked to the press about how Kelly must not be criticised at Connor Sport. It sounds like it came from the mechanic who had run in with Kelly in the garage. The press are really latching onto this story. How do you want to handle it? We don't know for sure where this story has come from. I'll talk to the press, tell them everything's fine. We need to tread carefully. Oh God! No, well, we don't know who it is, so we've got to tread cautiously. This Devin's just been in. He said two of you had a little chat about you both agree Aiden needs a bit of extra motivation. Is that true? He suggests setting an expected finish position for him this weekend as third. No offense, boss, but that seems a bit overly ambitious. What's your plans? Typical Devin. We have our projections and we'll stick with our agreed plan. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Devin, but let's do it. We need to try something here. Yeah, let's do it. The fans really latched onto our statement, throwing support behind Andrea on social media. People have been sharing their favorite passionate Andrea images ever since. It's even become a hashtag. Oh, that's so good. Hashtag Andrea. All right, Lucas Publication sent Amari Olawo in his stead. Okay, there's no fear of anyone thinking it was a puff piece. Amiri was pointed strong with his critique, and the troubles at Connor Sport, it caused a bit of a stir down at the garage. Morale has been a bit low this weekend. Okay. We've got to get Aiden to get third. Oh crap, what have I done?
Andrea,
Did you read his email?
I glanced at it.
He's a sly old fox at that one. Thank you for finding a place for Devon, as if we had a choice, Casper. As if it was our decision.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going with Devon anyway?
He's still struggling. But he does really care about the team, so, you know, maybe it'll work out.
Well, that's something at least.
Rather him than his father, right?
Rather neither of them. Anyway, I'll see you.
Yeah, see you.
I can't stop laughing this episode. I just... Oh, man. Oh, Davidoff. Great. Here we go.
Davidoff.
Ackerman. Look, I know it's none of my business, but that story about the mechanics really blowing up. I trust you're dealing with it.
I'm going to clear everything up myself. I've arranged a press conference. I'll tell them everything's fine.
That's not exactly what I'd call dealing with it.
You want me to fire him?
Well, that would be your decision, naturally.
I'm not going to fire a good mechanic without any proof. The decision is made.
So be it.
Yeah, we don't have any proof. You can't just be... That's unfair dismissal. If he did do it, then yeah, obviously, if you find out he did it, then he goes. But you can't just dismiss someone without any proof. Right? We're not idiots. Butler, I'm just getting started. You can read that one if you like. Liaison maybe. There you go. So these are the socials coming out. And email. Here's the emails. Caspar, Andrea, I'd like you to direct the media relations group to start using Devon now. He's taken this role. Reminder that we need to give the role a formal title. He's got a lot to offer the sport. I know he can help the team. So thanks in advance for putting this in place. Hey boss, I have to admit I was skeptical about this layout when it first was announced. But it's really grown on me over the years, especially now that sling chicane is gone. As an engineer, that was the cause of more than a few headaches. Okay, right. It's obviously a change to the track that I haven't even actually driven myself yet. So let's hop on the good foot and step on it.
Did Caspar really want you to talk to Aiden?
I read between the lines. Look, Casper's good at lots of things, but I know people. Yeah, I know how to get in their heads. And I wanted to help Dad, help the team, so,
Leave me alone.
Listen, I'm just saying, mate, if you were such an incredible driver, you wouldn't be a Connosport, would you? Sorry, it's the truth. No offense.
Or maybe I won't be here next season.
Oh, dude. You know what your problem is?
Yeah. You
think you're better than the team. I remember when Aiden Jackson was just happy to be behind the wheel of an F1 car. We all like that guy far better than this one.
You never liked me.
No. But Casper did. Once upon a time. Oh, you're different now. You think you're too good for the team. Your head's stuck in some imaginary big 3-seat in cloud cuckoo land, mate. No. You have got to drive the car you're in.
You're lecturing me about ego.
A subject I know well.
Oh, right. I get it. So you're allowed to be cocky, but I'm not. Is that it?
There's a difference.
How can there possibly be a difference?
This isn't you. This isn't you, mate.
Oh, get lost. Be true to myself. Drive the car I'm in. The wisdom of Devon Butler. Should I be living my best life too?
Just drive the car you're in, mate, yeah? Ciao.
With Devon's words still repeating in his head, a focused and determined Aiden Jackson looks to return. Look, I'll just say something quickly before we kick this race off. I think Devon was on the right approach. However, his execution was a little bit poor. Had he have said, look, mate, at least you've still got the chance to be in an F1 car. I never will again. That might have hit home a little bit stronger. But Devon, in all his infinite glorious wisdom, decided to go with the, you've got an ego, mate. Let's go to the race.
Welcome then to Marina Bay and a tough, bumpy street circuit that will test these drivers to their absolute limit. So sit back and enjoy the action here at the Singapore Grand Prix. We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit today, located in the heart of Singapore. The circuit consists of 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's a track that's incredibly technical, so don't expect to see the drivers taking too much of it at full throttle. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race.
Where are we going to be?
An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole
Wow,
position.
okay.
Just ahead of George Russell,
Merckx on
who
pole.
starts this event from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Joe, Ocon, Stroll, Mayer, Jackson,
Oh, 13th to 14th.
De Vries, Magnussen, Sonoda, Gasly, Bottas, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and Alex Albon picks up
So
the
we've got
last
to
spot on the
we've got to
grid.
go from 14th
Now
place
it's
here.
almost time for lights out,
Crap.
so let's go down to the track.
All right.
Well, it's a beautiful night here at the Marina Bay Circuit, and as ever, a really enthralling Singapore Grand Prix ahead of us.
That's right, Crofty. And while there's not many surprises at the top of the standings right now, there's a lot to watch out for further down the pack.
One driver I'll be definitely keeping my eye on is Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson. He's been less than consistent so far this season.
Great.
Aiden, you know what you're doing here. Let's lock in and give it everything. Show us what you got.
Okay, race strategy. Looks like we're on reds to mediums. I kind of want to switch that around. I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to edit the strategy. We're going to stint 2. We're going to be on the softs. Stint 1. We're going to be on the mediums. And I'm going to extend that stint out to 9 laps. Maybe even 10. Okay. And then how much fuel have we got in the car? It's a 15 lap race. I don't think we need that much fuel in it, but we'll see. We might have to do a little bit of fuel management at the end. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep a lap in on my sleeve in case I'm just absolutely burning the actual guts out of the fuel. Let's just go. I wouldn't mind checking the weather. Looks fine. Okay, normally it does like to rain a little bit here, but it looks like it's fine. It's 30 degrees on track at night time. It's quite humid in Singapore. If you've ever been to Singapore, I've been a few times. It gets quite humid. Let's start the race, gang. Okay, so our primary objective is going to be finish top 5, and so that will make bonus objective finish top 3, obviously. This is going to be tough. We're going to have a really tough stint. This first stint's going to be really tough because all the cars in front of us are on the softs, and we're on the mediums. It's all going to come down to our start. I'm going to use some overtake off the line. We're going to go right around the outside of all of them. Norris tries to cover us off. We're going to go around the outside of him. No, we're not. He's going to close us off. I'd say that's a pretty good start from us. Now we've got a Ferrari to contend with. Whoa, we went in a bit hot. My bad, but we got away with it. Up into 7th now. Holy Moses. Now we got a job to do. Now there's parts where we're going to struggle on this track. I can already feel it. I can feel the front end of the car washing out, but we don't have the tyre advantage that the AI has at the moment. The AI running the grippiest compound of tyre in the set. We are running the mediums, they are running the softs. So we've got a job to do now to catch on the back of Piastri before the DRS has been opened. So we're 1.9 now. Now, remember what I said about using the ERS defensively? This is where it's going to be hard because I've got to manage.
Overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
And there he is there telling us to use the overtake. I've got to manage between having enough for defense and having enough for overtake, right? So I'm going to use it defensively down the straights when I can at the start of the straight to see if I can just pull away a little. And then I'm going to recharge it through these through the middle sector, and the tidy twisty braking areas is where I'm going to recharge it the most. Oh, almost lost the rear end there. So here's what I'm going to do straight off the bat. I'm going to use a lap here to try and catch on the back of Piastri. Whoa. You can see the car, how it just wants to really escape from me on some of those corners. Alright, so I'm going to take a concentration mode now to do a bit of a lap here, because we're going to have DRS opened up by the end of this lap. If you don't know, DRS is only available in the DRS detection zones.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
And you have to be within a second of the car in front of you to have it activated as you go through a detection zone. So this is really good for us. It really put in a good last sector of the lap to catch back up onto the back of Piastri here. It'd be really good if we could get our our first objective done before the set of pit stops. Use a bit of overtake and we've got DRS. Went late under brakes.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
That was a really late lunge on Piastri. We've got all the work to do to catch back up to Perez here though now. Here we go. We're going to get DRS down here. Nice.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.0 seconds.
I just backed off a little bit early because I want to set him up to try and get the DRS down the back straight as well. And I want to get a good run on him. Open up everything. DRS, ERS. Job done. Oh gosh. So there's our bonus objective. Let's go, gang. Elbows out. This is boding well, especially with the pit stops. We might lose out a lap on the pit stops. If they pit early for fresh tyres, they're going to be quick until we get our new fresh tyres. But the difference is we're going to softs. We're going onto the softs with low fuel. They're going on to mediums or potentially hards with low fuel. So while they'll have tyre longevity, we'll have that punch out of the gate. Okay, it'd be lovely to get Max on this lap.
You're going to be on softs.
I've got a bit of battery charge as well. Once again, Max just trying to back us mid-apex. I'm not having it, Max. You really like your mid-apex cornering. It's quite questionable, buddy. Right, job's done there. Right, now we're getting the same effect. It's because Signs is holding everyone up here. I'd love to know where Lewis is. Lewis has obviously skipped town up ahead. I'd love to get first fly. There he is. Lewis has just gone into that turn. You can definitely tell the AI's tyres are going off here. And there it is. 4th position on track. I'd love to get first place. That'd silence the critics a bit with Aiden. And you watch Devon take all the credit for... Oh, mate, it was all everything I said to him at the start of the race. I'd love to get first.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.6 seconds.
Oh, much better out of there compared to Signs.
Callie's in the pits now.
And we got the DRS on Signs as we hung it around the outside. Hung it out like the washing. And Lewis is still out on track. Now we've got a bit of clear track. We can try and catch him. He's on absolute rubbish. Oh, he's on mediums too. So Lewis taking the same strategy as us. Lewis is in the pits. Whoa!
We're going to box this lap, push hard.
Might have been safe to say I took a little bit too much curve through there. Just getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Picking all the wrong gears. Use a little bit of overtake down this straight just to make up a little bit of time. I had a big tank slapper coming onto the main straight. Here we go. All right, in we go. So we're going to come out on fresh softs. They're all going to be on hards and mediums. Ooh-wee. This is it, gang. I expect Lewis... I hope we come back out in between Lewis and Max, but with that tank slapper and that scruffy in-lap, I mean, I have a feeling we might be out behind Verstappen. There goes Hamilton now.
That was our last stop.
Here comes Max. Here comes George. Right, let's get after him. Verstappen's only 1 second. Verstappen's only 1 second, 1.5 seconds from Lewis. Lewis putting on the hards. Is Mercedes having a blunder there? We should definitely have the grip advantage coming through this last part of the race.
The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Here we go, we can line George up on this one. Use a bit of overtake, and with DRS open, let's now get after Max. Oh, these tyres feeling amazing. I mean, they won't always feel like that. But they've just, I can feel the heat's just got into them, and they've just gripped up. Use it all. Jeez, Max. You can just be out there for that, buddy. Really late braking maneuver he put on me to cut me off then. I really didn't appreciate that.
Just 5 laps of fuel
I had to absolutely back out of that. You can just see how easily I can point the car and shoot the car exactly where I want it to go on these tires. Oh yeah, definitely better drive through there than him. Let's go. For the lead. Oh my gosh, Hamilton! We have damage, gang. That's gonna hurt us massively.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Whoa, the car feels like I'm really gonna struggle now.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more
You can
laps.
see that yellow orangey wing on the front there. It means I've lost some end plate on my wing, which is definitely not going to help us. So I've got to now do what I can to try and extend my lead while I've got good tires still. Didn't help that Lewis, I mean, it's kind of not his fault. He was just well, I don't know. I need to see it back on replay, but it felt like he did shift in front of me just a little bit to block me. But at the same time, he could have been maintaining his line and going for the corner. Yeah, I've got no turn. I've got no left-hand turn in the high speeds. So this is going to be really interesting now. Those high-speed fast corners, I have nothing. Really have to slow the car there so much, which lets Lewis back in the game. What I tried to do then, take a slow apex, get a good exit.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel
I just had nothing there. And I've only got this little bit of overtake left to get me down this straight. Might just be enough. To hold on. While I would have liked to have done the race clean, the AI just make it very difficult in some of those overtake maneuvers, especially when they move across my braking line. If I'm under brakes and the AI move into my line, there's nothing I can do. It's not like I can just turn out of the way. That's not how it works. You can't just turn the car under brakes. That's how you spin out and crash. So it's actually kind of dangerous when I'm under brakes and the car in front moves across to me. But I need to check it out and just see, because if he's still going straight ahead, then I need to adjust where I'm braking next time. And it's probably more my fault, and then in the end comes down to a racing incident. Lucky that Lewis got away with not getting a puncture though from me. Here we go, Lewis right on my hammer. Give it everything over the line. What a race by Aiden Jackson. Holy moly.
Well, the results are in there. We have it. What a race that was.
The sheer grit and determination shown by some of the drivers out there today, Crofty, was
Tuss, drink it up, Aiden.
Elbows out, especially from Aiden Jackson. Loved his race today, and he finally delivered the sort of performance that we know that he's capable of. So whatever they're saying to him over at Connor Sport, he seems to be listening to.
No, don't feed the Devon
Here comes
train.
the top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day.
And now we will watch the podium. Lewis will be side-eyeing us there. He's bloody punt me in the rear wheel. And we'll be side-eyeing Lewis, bloody move under my braking zone. Ah, soak it up. Connor Sports. 14th to first team. Strategy worked. Racecraft, we did get the elbows out. It's not because of Devon either. Oh, it's all gonna fall. This is just solidifying Devon's spot in the team.
Now, Aiden, you have had your ups and downs this season, but tell me, on the whole, are you pleased with your overall performance?
Today's race should be a normality, not an exception. You know, if I can get a few more performances like today, then yeah, I'll be much happier.
Okay, I'm going to be cheeky, go straight for the jugular. If you had to choose a teammate between Callie and Devon, who would it be?
Casper.
I'm getting into trouble whatever I say here, aren't I? Can I have Casper back as a teammate instead? I'll talk him out of retirement.
Now, Aiden, you have recently hinted that you're not entirely happy at Connor Sport.
I should have said
Tell me,
Callie.
is it true?
All teams have their issues. A change might do me good. It's irrelevant. I've got a job to do this season. Connor Sports are my family. You don't always see eye to eye, but you all want the same thing.
I think of Connor Sport in the same way I would my family. There are a lot of personalities to manage, but we're a tight-knit group in this team. We might not always see eye to eye, but in the end, we all want the same thing.
There's been wild speculation on whether or not Connor Sport can even be on the grid next season, so can you tell us more?
That's a question for the investors. It wouldn't surprise me if we struggle to find the funding. I can't imagine anyone pulling funding at this stage. That's what I'm going to go with.
People are quick to judge the investors, but I think they care about this team and they want it to do well. I can't imagine anyone pulling out investment at this stage.
Well, thank you for chatting with us.
I kind of wish I'd said Callie, just to smooth things over there a little bit, but Casper. Under the floodlights in Singapore, Aiden Jackson puts in a magnificent performance for Connor Sports. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here it is. Davidoff.
Davidoff.
Aiden, appreciate the support today.
Yeah, no worries.
You're right, the investors do care about this team. We all wanted to do well. Good to see you putting that message out there.
It's true though, isn't it? You're not gonna suddenly pull out of Connor Sport, but the team's doing well.
It really doesn't matter, Aiden. Connor Sport will get 5th and all this speculation will become irrelevant.
Well, what happens if we don't make 5th?
My position on that matter's always been clear. Thanks again, Aiden.
Oh, he's such a worm. He's not even snake level. He's worm level. Meanwhile, at Ferrari can afford to be content for now. Meanwhile, at Connor Sports, it's as if Aiden Jackson finally woke up at Marina Bay. A string of disappointing performances and a lackluster attitude off track has seen the F1 world talking about him for all the wrong reasons lately. But it's not all just for him. But it's not enough for him to show those how much touted flashes of promise he showed in his debut season. Anyway, you can read that if you want. Come coming soon, sustainable fuel. Very cool that they throw stuff like that in first place. That's the Aiden Jackson I remember. What a race from him today. Awful driver, has one good race in 10. Suddenly we get nostalgic for the time we thought he was talented. Wow, that's pretty rough. You go and win an F1 race. To be fair, he was talented and still is. Just needs to stop moping around so much. That's true. Yes, yes, what a win, Jackson. Have to admit, I love F1. Can't throw up these kinds of races. Would not. Okay. Cool. Right. Devin Butler. I always said Jackson was a good driver. Amazing what he can accomplish with the right guidance. Oh, there it is. Cringe. Email. Here we go. Phil's got access to the last season's data. I have him forward you the analysis. Also, I know Devon's been getting a bit more involved than any of us anticipated, and I'm sure you understand it's not up to me. I don't think it's an ideal situation for anyone. Great race today. See you in the debrief. You can't get away from those butlers, can't you? Brian, presumably as a full-time Pratt. I jest. I'm sure Devon's good larks. I've seen the GP from the Maldives, dodgy Wi-Fi in his hotel, but I saw enough to see your race. First place, a return to form. Nice one, Aiden. And Devin Butler. All right, Aiden. Casper's talking about your interview today. If I were you, I would avoid him for a while unless you want another round of media training. Foisted on you. Not bad out there today, by the way. You keep listening to your old pal Devin, who knows what you might accomplish. Oh, guys, and we're gonna leave it there. It's been a big episode today, but I hope you did enjoy it. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already, to stay up to date with all the latest content. We'll be back with the next chapters in this, probably coming to a close, I would say, very soon. Singapore race is towards the pointy end of the season. That would mean surely that the story comes to a pointy end of the season in the next episode or two. Stay safe, stay good to your screen. Get out of here.